They say the cane that flogged the elder did not grow overnight. It was watered for years with arrogance and impunity. This week, Nigeria woke up to a scandal so brazen. It reads like a badly written Nollywood script by all standards, except this one is real and the disgrace is global. The star of the chaos, you want to know, right? Fuji musician King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, popularly known as KI, the ultimate, right? And he's very popular within the the southern part of Nigeria, and even in Nigeria, for his Fuji brand of music. Okay, he's well respected as well, and that is why just to watch the video and to see him in that manner felt like a big shock to me. Okay, because I have known that name for quite some time as well. So watching that video came to me, it was a rude shock. See him just reducing himself to that what I would call scandal right now. Okay, so the stage, you want to know, right? This thing happened right at the tarmac at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja. Okay, the props, right? A shiny gold flags and an ego big enough to block a runaway. It started like a normal Tuesday morning, right? Passengers boarded a value jet flight bound for Lagos. Among them, K1, arriving with his gold flags. Now, in aviation, safety is not negotiable. And Ayinde Marshal, for people, should know this. Okay? So, he came with his gold flask. And like I said, it doesn't really matter what it is, as long as safety is going to be compromised. Whether it's a golden flask or not, that shouldn't be important as much as the content that is inside. Anything you carry on board, especially liquid, must be checked. I think this is commonsensical to even young guys that travel online by flight. Okay, it's a commonsensical standard that everybody should know. Okay, and so anything you carry on board, like I said, especially liquid, must be checked. It has to be checked. That is the global standard. It's not about status right now, not about celebrity as well. It's about preventing the kind of tragedies, okay, that happen in other countries when rules were ignored. But K1, he was not having it. Yes. For those of you who have not watched this video, maybe you need to go back and look at it. It was so embarrassing seeing him standing in front of the airline as if to say, "You're not going to move today. You're not going to move today." I mean, that sort of Agbero's type mentality. Where did he come from? Where did he come from? Okay? According to the captain, ground staff politely requested to check the flags. They asked politely. I know that airline officials are usually very polite because this is a heavily competitive sector. So I know that they are well trained to be very, very polite to their customers. Okay? So it doesn't even matter who the person is. It's just a standard practice from all I know. So the suspicion, okay, was alcohol, a prohibited substance on Nigerian domestic flights. Instead of compliance, because they sought to know what was the content of that flask which she was sipping, and because they suspected that it could be alcohol based or something. But instead of K1, Ayinde Marshal to cooperate with them like every normal person should do, especially someone of his status, of his celebrity status. Instead, what he did was he reportedly hit them, allegedly now, that he reportedly hit them with the dreaded Nigerian arrogance, that arrogant line that Nigerians are always very quick, to speak. He said, "Do you know who I am? You have no right to tell me to open my flats." Then the drama quickly escalated. In fact, just hearing him speak like this, I don't understand why Nigerians speak like, "Do you know who I am? Who are you? Who are you, for God's sake?" So because of just you, one person, you're not thinking about the lives of the hundreds of other passengers in that flight. Can you go to outside this country, even come on Benin Republic or Togo, and begin to ask, "Do you know who I am?" Because nobody knows you, obviously, there. And even in Nigeria, If not that we live in a society where mediocrity has now become an issue. What will make you to make such a statement? You might be popular in Western Nigeria and part of Nigeria, obviously for the reason that you play the kind of music that they like. But don't ever think that every Nigerian knows you or even reckon with you. So you want to mortgage, you want to risk the life of hundreds of other people because you are the Lord of Nigeria? Because you I don't understand. I'm really very, very angry making this video, but well, let me just try to calm down. But when I get to a point where people say, do you know who I am? I get provoked easily. Because who are you? Yes, in the first place. Just like me making this video now, I'm just an ordinary Nigerian. And I should be able to be sensible enough to know what to do. But when I see celebrities and people who by age, you just expect them to do the right thing. And these are people, don't forget, if they get abroad, they are the most humble, they are the most quiet of all people. But the moment they get back to Nigeria, it's like the air they breathe, induces them with some level of arrogance. And I don't get it. So he was seen sipping from it. And when security insisted, to witness, when security insisted that they want to see what is inside, witnesses say he opened the flask and deliberately poured its content on the airline officials. Can you imagine this? Can he dare do this even in Benin Republic? No. I mean what I'm saying now. He poured it on the airline security. Just can you imagine this level of arrogance and unbridled rascality? Doing this against a security official and even passengers standing nearby? As if that was not enough, he allegedly blocked the aircraft path, causing delays. In fact, the way some people behave, do you know, I never knew that, although there was a time I suspected that this man would be an arrogant person. There was one video that I watched some time ago of him meeting the revered ooniofife. And he was standing, yes, eyeball to eyeball. No, he didn't even try to bend even low or prostrate or nothing. He was standing shoulder to shoulder with the whole ooniofife, the spiritual leader of the Yorubas. And meanwhile, the Yorubas are known for respect. So it means he has no regard for that institution. He has no regard for the ooniofife. So I'm not surprised that it's this same person that is doing this right now. Look, just imagine the level of arrogance, for God's sake. Okay? Coming to stand at the front of the plane that it must not go, as if to say, come move now, make I see you. Okay? So he allegedly blocked the aircraft path, causing delays, right? And now, like I said, he's trying to, there's nothing about the safety of the other passengers. And while all this was going on, he was glued to his phone, obviously trying to call someone high up. Yes. Rumors say it was Mr. President himself. So maybe he was calling Mr. President to stop that flight from moving, right? What a shame. What a shame. Was he trying to stop the flight from leaving? Was he calling for special clearance? We may never know, but the optics were terrible, yes. Very, very terrible. And I'm wondering what his children will feel about such video in years to come when they Google and they see what happened there. Here's the tragedy, my people. This is not just about the man with Flask. It's about the unbridled rascality that has eaten deep into our society. It's about how people, once they start hobnobbing with the corridors of power, begin to feel untouchable, breaking rules, humiliating officials, and embarrassing the same government they claim friendship with. K1 conduct, especially at his age, like I said before, is a stain on the image of the country and on the respect, due to the office of the president. And let's not pretend this is the first time his arrogance. This is not the first time. Like I said, this is not the first time his arrogance is showing. People have long whispered that K1, is proud and dismissive. That's the kind of person a lot of people know him for. Many recall the viral moment he greeted the Ooni of Ife standing, like I said just now. He was standing with this man shoulder to shoulder. That may have been the cultural ignorance or deliberate defiance. But this was dangerous, public, and forgivable. I'm talking about his show of shame at the airport. It is dangerous, public. It was very public because it's still there in the social media. And I tell you, this is not forgivable. The fallout was swift. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority banned him from flying any aircraft in Nigeria for at least 6 months. The Attorney General and Inspector General of Police have been petitioned to prosecute him. And I think that is the right thing to do, honestly, because we need to set, precedents. Okay? Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo supports these sanctions. And I want to really say I'm very happy that Festus Keyamo is leading this process all the way. Honestly, Aviation Minister Festus Keyamo, shout out to you for what you do. This is a rare moment where the system seems ready to stand firm, and it must. Let no one be deceived. If these sanctions are reversed in days, like a lot of us have already started suspecting, okay? If it is reversed in days, right, as often it happens, the message to the world will be clear that Nigeria's laws bend for the powerful. And I just hope we don't go through that route again. But this scandal has another twist, my people. The pilots were not spared either. Captain Oluranthi Ogoyi and her co-pilot, First Officer Ivan Oloba, have had their licenses suspended for violating safety protocols, allegedly now. Reports say they commenced taxing without full clearance, a breach that could have endangered ground staff. Yeah, the NCAA is also right, if you ask me. No aviation professional should ever cut corners. The sky does not forgive mistakes. So because Ayinde Marshal has messed up and obviously provoked them, they now took laws into their hands by taxing without clearance. That's dangerous also. Okay, very, very dangerous. Okay, so the skies, like I said, they do not forgive. So where do we go from here, my people? Where do we go? First, regulatory agencies must hold the line. No soft landing, no backdoor pardons. Let this ban on Ayinde Marshal stand as a warning to every celebrity, politician, or moneybags who thinks rules are optional. Second, the pilots must face investigation, but also be given the chance, of retraining if their careers are to continue. Third, Nigerians themselves must change. We must stop applauding, do you know who I am? Because I see that a lot of people have started saying all manners of things in support of what Ayinde Marshal has done. I think that is very, very wrong of us. Because what manner of country are we preparing for our children and our grandchildren tomorrow if we applaud this level of unbridled rascality? This will do no one any good. Because people are already applauding, some people are applauding him. And they think this is a badge of honor. In the skies, we are all equal. And the laws are our only protection. That's why the airline business is a different kind of business altogether. So to Ayinde Marshal, here's my advice. Humility will take you further than any presidential phone call. The music industry may forgive arrogance, but aviation will not forgive a safety breach. He needs to get this very clear. You are lucky this incident did not escalate into something worse. To the pilots, remember, every second in that cockpit is a contract with the lives of strangers. Break it once, and you may never get the chance again. And to Nigerians as a whole, let us stop celebrating lawlessness, because this is the biggest problem we have in Nigeria today. I always tell people, that if we're able to curb lawlessness in Nigeria, evil banditry and insurgency, all of them will be reduced drastically. So let's deal with lawlessness. The fact that you could do something and there are consequences waiting for you, we just kind of reset our mental it will reset us generally as a people. So let's stop letting celebrity power overshadow national interests. The proverb says, the monkey that dances in the market will one day dance for the hunters. Today it is Ayinde Marshal. Tomorrow it could be anyone. Okay? This incident is not just a scandal. As far as I'm concerned, it is a mirror showing us who we have become as a society. A nation where some think their status exempt them from rules. If we do not fix this, I tell you, if we do not fix this, the next headline might be worse than what we are seeing today. Because in aviation, my people, arrogance can kill faster than turbulence. And with this, I want to just end this right here because this video is becoming too long, okay? I'll be right back. What do you think? Please go to the comment section and leave your comments so that we'll take this conversation further. God bless you. I'll be right back. Bye-bye.